Today is the 3rd of February and welcome to our garden tour. We're approaching the shed through the apple trees. They're sleeping, and so is the rest of the world. That's my water tank where I collect rainwater, and that's my compost, my extra from last year. My cypresses are still doing good. They're evergreens. They don't turn yellow when the winter comes. My Portuguese laurel there in the corner, 2 of them, and the pond has thawed. My pergola and the bench. Here is my tool room, and my tools are still there. No one stole them. And this is the trellis of my chayote last year. I harvested more than 50 from this, and that's the back side of my shed. This corner is where I planted the other chayote. It was not a success. This is my high-tech water tank. It avoids spill by automatically discharging any excess. High-tech, eh? And that's my kiwi. It's almost beginning to bud. Kiwi plants. I just wanted to maximize the use of the area, so I'm growing it at the back of my shed. This is where my chayote grew last year. I planned overwintering it as an experiment, but I was too late. This winter came before I was able to dig it out and bring it in. Let's do that next year. Let's enter the shed. Oh, I just forgot my key here earlier. Don't be surprised. It's chaotic. If you're not comfortable with chaos, look away. And that's where my dahlias are sleeping. I hope they survive the low temperatures for the past week. That's my new kitchen. No, new wash basin. And my shoes and sandals still scattered there. No time to put them in order. These are my pepinos. I think they survived the winter. They're just sleeping. My gloves are still there. By the way, these are not pepino that we know in the Philippines. These are pepino. It's actually a cross between cucumber and pear. And this is my ornamental area, the front ornamental area, and my tulips and crocus are now beginning to appear. There will be tulips and crocus here. By next visit, I'm sure the crocus will be blooming. And my perennial flower plants, and my banana, it's has died, I'm afraid. It's labeled as perennial where I bought it at the garden center here, but I think it died. I'm beginning to get concerned. And this is my grape arch and grapevine trellis. There are 3 here, and I was able to harvest and make a liter of grape juice last year. And my raised beds to the left, I grow Chinese vegetables, pechay, mustasa, etc. And that's my enclosure for my no, that's grapes. I inherited it from my neighbor who had to stop because of health reasons. That's the enclosure for my pea. It's an old polytunnel frame, but I reuse it just for the net to protect the pea from the birds. Let's enter the polytunnel and show you what I have. I'm going to show you the interior of my polytunnel. Welcome. Look, This enclosure, this plastic enclosure, it simulates the tropical conditions. Here it's winter time and the temperature outside reads now around 7 degrees thanks to the sun. But the temperature inside, if you notice, is at 21. That's Baguio weather or California or even December time in the Philippines. So this practically brings this part of the world 100 miles to the south. So we're now simulating the conditions or growing conditions in Italy. So what's my plan for this year? I'll be planting the same. I'll be planting string beans here. String beans. And on this side, I'll be planting bitter melon or paria, as we say in Ilocano. Last year I grew tomatoes at the back, but I'll be maximizing this space this year. Tomatoes, I don't think, need not be inside. To protect them from blight, it might be needed to have them remain dry, but I need to maximize space. And on this area, I'll be transferring that what's it called, greenhouse cabinet in my balcony to here to provide a better protection, weather protection for my dahlia. I'll be starting my dahlia shortly. So that's it. This is my pulley tunnel in its second year. Paria and sitaw, string beans and bitter melon were a success inside. So I'll do it again. If you want to grow paria or bitter melon and string beans, this is the solution. These are Jerusalem artichokes that I kept inside. I think they're damaged. The upper part are damaged by the cold weather. I'll bring them home and make something of it. FYI, this Jerusalem artichoke tastes like the arrow root that we know in the Philippines and in Polynesia. It has the flowers similar to sunflower. In fact, these are actually sunflower chokes or sunflower choke or sunchokes, as they're called in the US and in other English-speaking countries. I'll bring them home. So, if you're watching in Holland, neighbors, do you want some? Just drop me a line or just comment down at the comment box. Oh, it's cold. I have to go home. I'll give you a tour next time. I hope the earth will be greener by then. Until next time.